The week before Christmas, Lily had the Berry Interschool Championships. I was a very nice mum. Lily was away busy, so I washed her horse for her. It takes a lot of effort to wash her horse. I need a stepladder to do it. She actually had 3 show jumping classes. This is the Super 2 phase. They got a 3rd place in the Fulton Out. They didn't place in this, but they had a clear round. And in the 3rd class, I don't remember what it is, but they were eliminated. He had a stop at the triple bar to start with, and it just kind of all went downhill from there. And they ended up being eliminated. So this was the best round of the day, and happily the one that's on video. He had a good few looks, especially at a couple of the boards, but he's come a long way. It wasn't that long ago he wouldn't have gone anywhere near those boards. So progress is progress. The bell that's ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing is actually for the other ring. I kept on looking over going, has she done something wrong? I don't know what she's done. But no, it was a little bit confusing. It was for the other ring, thankfully. Bumper's never done any of these games in his entire life. And Lily hasn't done most of them. She probably did a couple back in Pony Club, which she hasn't been in Pony Club for at least 5 years now. And he found it all a little bit challenging, but we were all quite impressed with how bendy and manoeuvrable he actually is. It's a long way up for him, well, for Lily, to reach down and pick things up off the drum. But she managed to get some of it done, which I was almost surprised at. Before this one, he was actually absolutely terrified of that flag. They handed the flag to Lily to start with, and he went, oh my God, backwards, sideways. She had to drop it. He was absolutely terrified of it. And luckily there was a bit quiet there at that time, and they were nice enough to let us have the flag for 5 minutes beforehand to try and get him used to it. And that's all it took. We spent 5 minutes. I sort of held it to start with and touched him with it and walked around with it and progressed to Lily did, and 5 minutes work, and she was able to trot off and do the course, pick it up and trot back. It was quite impressive. This one we remembered that he really doesn't like lots of poles. He doesn't like poles at all. When we first got him, he wouldn't walk over a pole on the ground. He could jump a little jump, but poles absolutely terrified him. So it was a good reminder that we actually need to go back and do some pole work with him, which is what we've done a little bit of since this competition, and it's amazing the difference it makes when you remember that you need to put some effort into some things.
it beautiful?
My excellent video skills really come into play here. She disappears out of the shot for a few seconds while I'm busy watching, not looking at what I'm doing. But oh, there she is, popped up again. I think she actually got third in this. She got a couple of placements in the sporting. I think they got a third and a fourth, maybe. I'm not sure what exact classes, to be honest. I don't really ever recall what most of these are called. But they did okay in their age group. I certainly had fun, and that's what we do with these things for, to have some fun. This was the Western Bending, I remember that. I had a blast in this one. So that was Berry Interschool for 2021. We only went down for one day. We probably would have gone for all 3 days if you had been able to camp where the event is held, but it's just not worth the effort of packing everything up and going to the competition and then going back to the showground where you can camp. So we just went down for the show jumping day. Bango came. He had a lovely time being the centre of attention, as he usually does. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.